Oh, David, look at the time. I believe it's the Chainsaw Minute.
I'm David, and this is your dose of Chainsaw Man. You can join us every Friday where we see what masterpiece Fujimoto put out, except I'm lying because it's only whenever he puts a chapter out, and I didn't update my show notes again.
Yeah, you can join us, I don't know, a week to 2 weeks.
Yeah, fortnightly.
It's like getting paid by like the shittiest retail job ever where you just never know which week you're going to get your paycheck.
Probably not that far away from Denji being in Fortnite.
Hell yeah. Oh, I might play Fortnite.
Imagine if they had Makima and you see people Makima flossing. Oh, man.
Yes, I would fucking love to see Makima floss. But also, I'm Jordan, and if you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, you can catch our next episode for Witches. Oh my god. I'm Jordan, which is dedicated to tricks. I'm Jordan, and if you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, you can find our next episode, Tricks Dedicated to Witches, on Monday.
Spoiler alert, that series was actually worth reading.
It's been a long time since I read a series for Shonen Flop that I didn't hate, except for, you know, when we do these.
It wasn't even in Shonen Jump.
What a coincidence. Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
And I can't believe our guest became a patron after recording of us.
It also wasn't even technically canceled, at least not in the same way.
Yeah, but you'll have to listen to that episode to find out what we're talking about.
What the fuck we mean when we say that?
And just a reminder, though, these recordings are open to everyone, so listen in and chat along with us on the Shonen Flop Discord every Wednesday that there is a new chapter of Chainsaw Man at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, except I'm also lying because we recorded today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so our bad, we just had some scheduling stuff going on, and you can find a link to the Discord in our show notes or on our site.
It is generally every other Wednesday at 5:30, but that's like our basic time, but it's actually rarely that.
We'll keep y'all updated. And then, Jordan, though, what was your devil this week?
My devil this week was it is the sick devil. You see, David, it was Valentine's Day yesterday, and I hung out with my girlfriend, Steph. She made me a lovely dinner, but today I woke up, and I'm feeling a little stuffy, not feeling super well, and it's because I probably caught something from my dad, which means I definitely gave it to her, and I feel really bad about that.
Oh, well, big sad. And then mine is the wedding budget, where I've had to cut like 40 people from my wedding. It is not fun having to just have to cut people and make some very hard decisions about who you're inviting to the wedding.
Yeah, David, you did have to cut some people, didn't you? Some people. Anyway.
That was ominous. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Jordan, you're still invited to my wedding.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know.
Okay, I was going to say. I'm
just fucking kidding. I know.
All right, well, enough about that. I've never felt more naturally having that piece of dialogue in our script. Jordan, the plot summary for
Chapter 120, Triangle.
I want to say thank you so much, Trey, for providing that audio. It is so awesome, and I am very excited to be recording our next piece of Patreon content, our second episode on Manga-chan with the legendary Trey as well.
It's gonna be so much fun. But you know what else is fun was this chapter of Chainsaw Man. You want me to get into the fucking plot summary, dude?
Yeah, this was one of the most Fujimoto chapters of all time.
I had a lot of fun. All right. Naita has just shot a chain through Yoru's head after finding her kissing Denji. Of course, Yoru then starts barking like a dog, that little control devil, then turns to Denji and says, hey, yeah, she turned her into a dog because she got spit on her property, that property being Denji, which Denji takes offense to because he's gaining confidence. And he's like, I'm no one's fucking property. But Naita doesn't care, and she demands that Denji make her food if she wants Yoru to turn back. And by Yoru, I guess I mean Aza to him. And then points out that every woman Denji meets tries to kill him, and how does he know that she's not the same? And to be fair, she is 100% correct.
Oh, Fujimoto definitely was reading like Twitter comments about Chainsaw Man.
That is absolutely what is happening. Yoru is trying to kill Denji. She is right.
She also points out Denji is immortal, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, but it's like...
Which is so great. I love how Fujimoto said that.
Yeah. But she agrees to turn Asa back if Denji does two things. One, lets her eat ice cream every day, which, as I love, Denji's like, okay, but as long as I get to, too. And number two, he stopped being friendly with Asa. Nayuta says that she'll turn her back and erase her memories, so she thinks Denji stood her up. And he relents, even though he's upset that Asa will hate him. Popcorn David.
It's getting dark outside of the school as Asa and Yoru wait for Denji, aka as Ashley and Yvonne.
Yvonne?
I'm trying to think of a Y name.
Oh man, yeah, Ashley and Yashley.
Well, maybe her name is Ash and then Yoru's name is Lee.
Yorphelia.
Oh, Jordan, that was really clever, Jordan. You didn't respond.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
No, what I said.
Oh, what did you say?
I said they're Ash and Lee. And together they're Ashley.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Which is actually pretty clever because those are both real names.
Yeah, all right. That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's like when your name is Christopher, you can split it into Chris or Topher.
I was so angry when I realized that Topher was short for Christopher. Are you fucking kidding me? Or when Liam is short for William.
Or Billiam is short for Bill I Am. Anyway, Digimon was weird.
Yeah.
And so eventually Yoru just decides to call it and acknowledge that they got stood up. Also starts justifying to herself and like, hey, it's no big deal, right? She didn't actually care, right? I mean, she's just kind of touch-starved and is a little excited by being stuck in close quarters with a boy. She definitely isn't upset or hurt or anything. That's totally cool. I'm doing stuff with my hands you won't be able to see, so I don't know why I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So what if she just wants to, what if she just wants to sulk now?
Yeah, it's unrelated.
This is a voice I use to talk to my dog.
It's just unrelated. She just kind of feels sad. I don't know why, you know?
Well, Asa is busy doing her best to pretend that she doesn't care immensely. She's approached by Yoshida, who asks if they want to hang out.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yoshida coming in on the rebound.
I mean, let's be real. He doesn't need to. Look at that guy's handsome as fuck.
Why it works so well. She's like, oh, shit. Okay. At least from a visual perspective, I think you traded the fuck up.
Yeah. Denji smells like a wet dog.
Which, as Nayuta points out, that's a good smell.
Right?
Yeah, duh.
I love that. So Jordan, why was this week's chapter 10 out of 10?
I love Nayuta. She's so funny in this fucking chapter. Just like the way she talks, her and Denji, like you really get a sense for one of the things that I like about Fujimoto is that you just get such a sense for how these characters say their lines.
Yeah.
Like you know exactly how Nayuta said like I turned her into a dog.
Yeah.
Like turn her back. No.
It was really nice of Fujimoto to have his younger sister, play Nayuta in the live-action adaptation.
Right, yeah. I mean, isn't he kind of his younger sister?
That's a joke, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan. But yeah, I mean, like, definitely this chapter, this is a chapter you could tell, like, they would just straight shoot this like a movie, you know?
Yeah, you could. Fujimoto's doing that thing again where he repeats panels to show the passing of time, showing Asa just kind of standing there thinking about it and ruminating.
And it's literally a camera zoom where it's just zooming in closer and closer to her face as she's getting more and more anxious and talking more. And the sense of the paneling, you can tell that it gives a sense that she's talking faster because she's saying more words in the same space. She's just like, well, I didn't want to do it anyway. I didn't want to hang out with him anyway. It's really good. David, I would call that hashtag relatable. Yep. When it's like, she's like, I don't really want to do it anyway. She's the tsundere devil. She is kind of a tsundere, but it's like a little bit more subtle or at the very least more realistic. Because it's like you understand why she's tsundere. Yeah. Which is so fucking rare. Usually it's just like, oh, you're just like some crazy girl. What the fuck? Yeah. In manga, of course. Respect women in real life. I totally agree. Did you notice who shows up on page 6? I saw it there. I didn't notice. I'm gonna look right the fuck now. I am sorry, listener. And by that, I mean live listener, because this will be cut out. Oh, naturally, all listeners are taking this time to go open up chapter 120 of Chainsaw Man and looking at page 6. You know what? All listeners should. Oh my god, it's Meowie! Yes, Meowie has finally made their reappearance in part 2. I love that she has like 300 dogs and 1 cat. Meowie also appears on page 2. She's sleeping with the puppies. Oh, I miss my pupperino. Oh,
you got your Paparino.
Yeah. We could dive into it, but I'll say that just how we've realized that Ravioli is supposed to be half Burmese Mountain Dog, half Poodle, but we realize she doesn't look like a poodle at all, and we realize what her other half is. She is half Goblin, because she definitely goes Goblin mode. I posted on the Patreon, you can see it there, where she literally just runs around grunting. We just call her the little Goblin Dog.
David, that is just zoomies. I think most dogs do that.
You see the video and you don't tell me that's not Goblin mode.
You know what, David? I did see the video, and actually, you're right. Yeah.
That's a dog in Goblin mode.
That was a goblin zooming around.
Yeah, see.
She is a Bernalin.
Yeah. A Boblin.
A Burnlin.
Oh, goodness. And then something I thought was cool that's probably me overthinking, but would be cool if it's interesting, is how when she's getting stood up, she's standing next to a sign that says number 4, where it kind of feels almost like she is number 4 in Denji's life, if you really think about the people that have been in Denji's life so far.
Okay, so we got Nayuta.
Yeah, so we got Nayuta's number 1.
Who we have confirmed is number 1 in this chapter.
Well, the other 2 are dead.
Okay, Makima and Power?
Well, Makima doesn't count because that's Nayuta. So Power and Araki. Or not Araki. Fuck, why did I say Araki? Why am I always spacing on his name?
Power and Denji's third favorite person, Araki.
Yes, he just loves JoJo.
He just loves JoJo so much. What, do you mean like Reize?
No, fuck, what's his name?
Oh, the teacher guy, Kishida, or wait,
fucking who's his roommate along with Power?
Oh, Kobani.
Future devil guy.
Oh, teacher guy?
No, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about who his roommate has been. Aki.
Okay.
So number 1 is Nayuta, number 2 is Power, number 3 is Aki, and then number 4 could be Asa.
I think that is kind of overthinking it a bit, because I don't think...
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that there's a number 4 sign, because he explicitly says, Nayuta, you are number 1. That's the only reason why I think it might not have been a coincidence.
You know, here's the thing, I might write that off, but like the way that Fujimoto works, that might be intentional. I mean, you know, you also factor in that 4 means death in Japan.
That's true.
But yeah, that's something I didn't pick up on. I was kind of thinking, they kept showing that sign for East High School. I was like, does the East mean anything?
Unto Village's School of the East. I mean, the kids do need to know how to fight, because they literally fight devils.
Undefeated in the East.
Yeah. Also, I love how Nayuta lives through her stomach as well.
Oh, yes.
Oh, one other point is, I wonder if Nayuta, like, what if the War Devil is particularly vulnerable to the powers of her siblings? Because this is the second time she's just been hard stopped by one of her siblings.
To be fair, I think both times she was caught off guard, so I wonder if maybe the War Devil would equally be able to, like, use her powers on them.
Maybe.
But at the same time, her powers, I guess she's kind of depowered at this moment, because her powers seem to not be related to that. Like, they're more just, like, overwhelming physical power, kind of.
Well, she has the transformation power, but all of her powers are really better suited to killing humans than devils. Or physical. She's like a warrior. She only has physical classes. She doesn't have any kind of magic, if you get what I mean.
That's the thing. She's a fighter. I mean, like, I forget, did she kill Yuko, or did Denji kill Yuko?
Yuko was killed by the fake Chainsaw Man.
I meant defeated, but you're right, yeah.
No, it was also defeated her with the sword.
Yeah.
And then she came back, and it was like, you didn't really see what happened after she got big, because she got away. So she obviously wasn't killed.
Okay, but yeah, my point is, like, Yoru's weapons can still damage devils. I mean, yeah, she fought the Eternity Devil, so, like, yeah, she can still fight devils, but it is, like, she has to know where the devil is, she has to take them on in single combat, kind of, and whereas, like, yeah, Fami and the Control and Nayuta can kind of just fuck with you.
Yeah, I don't think we ever saw Makima use memory change. She definitely had the ability to take over people's minds, so I could see memory manipulation being a part of it, but I don't think she ever used this exact power in part 1.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't remember it, but it's also like Nayuta saying that, I'm like, yeah, sure.
I think it's completely reasonable that she has this power.
Yeah, I think it's arguable that Makima didn't really have a reason to do it because, I don't know, Makima doesn't care if she scars people, I guess.
Yeah.
Also interesting is that in this chapter, Nayuta points out that she doesn't like Yoru's smell, which that's another thing. So the smell.
Yep.
A lot of talks on smells. The wet dog smell, really good smell. Mm-hmm. Also, man, David, doesn't Yoru look so comfy just sleeping in that big cuddle puddle with all those dogs?
Oh yeah, I wish that was me.
I do too. That looks so comfy. Those big huskies. Ah.
Oh, I'm gonna go talk to my Paparino.
Yeah, me too. Ah, man. Anything else, man?
No, I do want to say 090Z says, didn't Makima make the Angel Devil forget about the people he was living with? Which I don't recall, but maybe I think actually you are right. It was like a suppressed memory that he remembered. So I think that's a good call out.
To be honest, the final fight with Makima still kind of confuses me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How they came up. Are they actually them? It seems like they're fucked with, like, in their head, kind of. I mean, you know, like, those people, all or most of them were supposed to be dead, but I'm still not entirely sure what happened there.
Yeah, I agree. But I think, Jordan, that's all the time we have to talk about this chapter today.
Aw, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening during this.
Thank you, everyone who joined us today. It's always a ton of fun, and we try and read the comments while we are doing this. I also want to say, Jordan, thank you so much for helping with editing, being a great co-host.
Thank you, David, and thank you for also editing and being a fantastic co-host.
Aw.
Also, I just realized that you could have opened up the chat right here, because I was like, wait a minute, where are the fucking comments that you're responding to? There they are! Hello, everybody! That's it.
And I want to say, you can find us on Twitter at Shonen Flopcast, in our website, shonenflop.com. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcasts. And props to Shannon for the awesome cover art. You can find her online at illuminyatea. And as a reminder, you can join us recording every other Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Find a link to it in the show notes or on our site.
Unless it's not. You get it. We went over it earlier in the
Discord.
podcast.
You can see when we're recording. And stay tuned on Monday as we give our full thoughts on tricks dedicated to witches.
Oh, yes. David, I have some bad news for you, though. I'm looking at the clock, and Chainsaw Minute has passed.
Aww.
Bye.
Bye.